Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. May peace be upon you all. This is a very important video for everyone to watch. Please watch this video till the end because I have a surprise for everyone that'll make you happy, inshallah. This video is only and only to bring you the truth that I think was necessary, that a lot of people don't seem to be talking about, and I don't mean to hurt or offend anyone's feelings whatsoever. So please watch this video with an open mind, inshallah. Okay, so let's begin. Anyone with the smallest bit of logic would ask themselves this question: what is my purpose in this life? Is my life heading towards the correct direction? Is my belief system correct? What happens to me after I die? If there is life after death, and if hell and heaven exists, how do I save myself from hell? And how do I go to heaven? Now there are so many mind-blowing miracles in the Quran that I can talk about, but I want to talk about a living miracle that nobody seems to be talking about. So there's this person who has memorized all the major religious scriptures in the whole world. This is the biggest modern day miracle that anyone can think of. The Quran, the Bible, the Old Testament, the Hindu scriptures, the Buddhist scriptures, and I think there's more. So his name is Dr. Zakir Naik. He has won every single religious debate that he has been in with major scholars of different religions every time. And people from all over the world, from every religion, from every race, attend his gathering and ask him questions about Islam, about other religions. And he uses every religious scriptures to prove that Islam is the only true religion of God. If you don't believe me, watch this.
It refers to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his prophecy is also mentioned in the Old Testament, in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 18, verse number 18, in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 18, verse number 19, it's mentioned in the book of Isaiah, chapter number 29, verse number 12, in the Song of Solomon, chapter number 5, verse number 16, in the New Testament, Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 16, Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 26, Gospel of John, chapter 16, verse number 7, Gospel of John, chapter 16, verse number 12 to 14. All these references are talking about no one but Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I have given a talk on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Bible. Now I am asking you, if you believe in the Bible, when Jesus Christ has prophesied the coming of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why don't you believe in Jesus, that Prophet Muhammad is the last messenger? Why? That means you believe half the teachings of Jesus Christ not complete?
Because the teaching says, I'll send you a comforter.
Correct.
But he never mentioned about a person or any name was indicated on
Okay,
the...
Song of Solomon, chapter number 5, verse number 16. I'm quoting in Hebrew. Hikkum ametakim vikulli Muhammadim zaydudi wa zairai baina Jerusalem. His by name is mentioned. He is also mentioned in Rigved, book number 1, chapter number 53, verse number 9. He is mentioned as Ahmad, which means one who praises, in Uttarchik, mantra number 1500. It's mentioned in Indra, chapter number 2, verse number 152. Yajurved, chapter number 31, verse number 18. He's also mentioned in Atharva Ved, book number 20, hymn number 126, verse number 1 to 14. He is called as Narashansa. Nar means man, person. Shansa means coming from Prashansa, praiseworthy. A man who's praiseworthy. If you translate Narashansa, man who's praiseworthy, into Arabic, it means Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's prophesied as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Rigved, book number 1, hymn number 13, verse number 3. In Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 64, verse number 3. He's mentioned Rigved, book number 2, hymn number 3, verse number 5. Rigved, book number 5, hymn number 5, verse number 2. He's also mentioned Yajurved, chapter number 20, verse 37. Yajurved, chapter number 21, verse number 31. I can go on and on and on, mentioning only the references of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in Hindu scriptures. Due to limitation of time, I will just touch on one prophecy a little bit in more detail. He's been prophesied as the Kalki Avatar. You know, when you read the Kalki Purana, book number 2, verse number 5, 7, 9, 11, 14, he's prophesied as the Kalki Avatar. And it's mentioned there that his father's name will be Vishnu Yas. Vishnu means God, Yas means servant, servant of God. If you translate to Arabic, it's Abdullah. The father of the name of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was Abdullah. His mother's name will be Sumati. Sumati means serenity, peaceful. If you translate Arabic, it means Amina. The name of the mother of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was Amina. It says he will be born in a city by the name Sambala. Sambala means a place of peace and serenity. That is Makkah. He'll be born in the house of the chief of the village of Sambala. He was born in the house of Quraysh.
We should be more than amazed, more than mind blown by the capability of this person and the fact that out of all this religion, he chose Islam. Subhanallah. Think about it. Now, please don't get me wrong, guys, and please don't be offended. But if I was a non-Muslim right now, I would stop for a moment, think, do research on every religion, and make sure that my next life is secured. Because we have a purpose in this life. So if any of you believe that Islam is the true path, but maybe you can't follow it because of your family or maybe other issues, it is the easiest thing that you can ever think of. All you have to do is say and believe Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, which means I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the messenger and servant of Allah. If you say this and believe in it, there's a huge chance that you will be protected from hellfire. There's a hadith in Al-Bukhari 44 and Muslim 193, narrated from Anas. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever says La ilaha illallah, meaning there's no God but Allah, and has in his heart the goodness, the weight of a grain of barley, will be brought out of hell. Then whoever says La ilaha illallah and has in his heart the goodness weight of a grain of wheat will be brought out of hell. Then whoever says La ilaha illallah and has in his heart the goodness weight of an atom will be brought out of hell. Also, brothers and sisters, if you're a non-Muslim, please comment down what are your thoughts about this video and what do you think. I would love to hear your thoughts. Please send this video to any of your non-Muslim friends or any non-Muslim that you know, so that they also know the truth, so that you get the reward, I get the reward, and inshallah Allah guides everyone. Assalamu alaikum.